Hey my Taurus babies, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Some strange energy. This is going to be the weekly update, and we're actually going to add a day to this time for a couple reasons. Number one, we're running up on the first of the month. I think the first is Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Number two, Mercury will station direct on the 31st or the 1st, Tuesday, Wednesday. So the energy, there's a lot of energy. It's quick energy. And I'm sorry, I didn't look up Mars's activities right now, but it's Mars aggressive kind of energy. But along with that, there's a depressing kind of tone to some of this. And when I say depressing, I mean the very serious, somber tone to some of this. So there probably going to be some things going on with family members and friends. A lot of change, some loss. Man, so this is the weekly update. We're going to go from July 28th, what did I say, to August 5th, next Monday. So we're going to start with tomorrow. My plan, don't hold me to this, y'all, but my plan is to probably throw a daily update in there somewhere like Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, because this energy is trippy. Another thing, on a very lighter note, for the month of August, so starting Wednesday, subscribers to my channel can get a reading for $5. We're going old school. So all the information that's down there, if you want to get, if you're a subscriber and you want to get your $5 reading, see the information below. Hit me up inbox, either here on YouTube or tarotatarot@gmail.com. Alright, I'm going to shut up and get the damn cards on the board. This is an enhanced reading. So I'll hurry up and dig in deep right here. This is 9 cards, I think. 9 cards, and I'll pull other cards as I need to, if I need to. Well, my 4 cards is just all bent up. Alright, Taurus, so for the weekly update from the bottom of the deck, wisdom. Choose wisely, damn it. Alright, so, and I feel this energy. It's serious. Whatever y'all doing, whatever you trying to ain't do, yeah, it's serious. So for tomorrow, Sunday, sacrifice. Monday, patience and planning. Tuesday, disruption. Wednesday, positive movement forward. Thursday, balance. Friday, financial and material changes. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Next Saturday, patience. Next Sunday, temptation. The following Monday, accelerated motion. So this is, ain't that funny? This is a 9-card spread for you. And I'm going to dig deep. I promise you I'm going to dig deep, because I can, there's just all kind of shit going on here, from the light to the dark. I am glad that the mental conflict did not pop out of this deck. Let me see what's at the bottom of this deck. Spiritual strength, that's what's at the bottom. But I am glad that the mental conflict card did not come up, because then that would tell me that we are still conflicted about the decisions we need to make for ourselves. So So I'm thankful for that. I'm gonna just shut the hell up and be thankful that that didn't show up. I hate mental conflict days where you confused what your heart want, what your head want, and what you trying to figure out to eat for dinner. It's not good energy, but at any rate, I'm glad it didn't show up. So, from the regular deck, underneath the bottom, overall energy, the Emperor on top of the Wisdom, and choose wisely, Justice. I'm going to come back to those. I promise you to choose wisely in the Justice card. It's going to make itself known. A reminder, I don't do reversals. So for Sunday, the Strength card. For Monday, the Seven of Wands. Tuesday, Queen of Cups. Wednesday, Star card. Thursday, Nine of Cups. Friday, Ten of Coin. Saturday, Two of Wands. Sunday, Queen of Coin. Monday, Ten of Swords. Wow. Let me say this first. Emotional shit. And I'm going to keep counting these cards because I'm I don't know what day I'm on when I'm looking at them, but this is the way the spread came out. And if you notice, this is my regular spread. 9 cards. Recent past, current energy, future energy. I'm not reading them that way, but I'm not lost on the fact that the cards are on the table like that. I really didn't plan on it and really didn't realize I was going to be doing 9 cards till I sat here and looked at the damn date. So, emotional. Since Friday is the centerpiece. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm sorry. So the centerpiece is Thursday. So I'm going to just follow my intuition on this and go with this the way that it's coming back to me. If I'm going to look at all 9 days, I'm going to say Thursday is going to be a pivotal day. But the issue, Wednesday and Thursday, you have positive movement forward with the Star card. So that's, to me, what I'm hearing and what's a clear indication that some things you've been hoping and wishing for are certainly coming to you. But when you get to Thursday, how do I say this? For some of you, what you're trying to manifest, let me stop right there and say this. It's not going to resonate with everybody, and this has a real fat love theme to it. So I see work here, but it has little to do with work. It's got more to do with how you are emotionally navigating your relationship. Okay, that said, Wednesday and Thursday, whatever it is that we're trying to manifest, and I'm doing the same thing you're doing, so don't get that part twisted. I'm trying to figure some shit out too. Whatever it is that we're trying to manifest, number one, we cannot have more emotion than we have action. And number two, you are going to feel overwhelmed. And when you feel overwhelmed, that's usually a good indication that you just were not ready for all that's getting ready to be dumped in your lap. For some of you that are in relationships, this could be, and if this is a newer relationship, this could be about your partner and any kids they may have. There may be some changes on the home front in terms of who's coming and who's going, or in other instances, your partner, whoever this may be changing responsibilities. So if they're divorced and they got kids and they were only seeing them on the weekend, that might get bumped up a bit. We might be doing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and not just Friday and Saturday. For others of you, it may be a thing with your partner and their health, and you may have to just step up to the plate and do what you need to do for your partner, your husband, your wife, your lover, whatever you're calling it, however it's working out for you. But these 2 cards and this little setup right here, and we just throw the rainbow in for good fucking measure. You're going to get everything that you want, not the way that you want it. And it comes with some responsibility. I'm going to put it like that. And it is truly a thing about I got it. but I didn't know I got all this other shit. It's just like taking an antibiotic for a cold, or not a cold, but for a virus or a flu or whatever, and the side effect is you poop a lot and you get diarrhea. It's healing you, but there's a side effect to that. So we're gonna go back, and as I'm saying that, I'm looking at tomorrow's card, the sacrifice card. So let me put bullshit. Let me get to the beginning. Tomorrow, Sunday, sacrifice and strength. Some of you just may be feeling like you just don't have the strength to do shit. You just beat up, worn out. You're tired of sacrificing all your shit for somebody else's shit. And because the strength card is a major arcana, it's really going to be thinking about where you put your strengths. So if you're the organizer in the relationship, if you're the one that makes sure the house is clean and paperwork is put away and the groceries get put away, if you're that person, male or female, this is talking about how you demonstrate that. Not just you having strength, but how you demonstrate your strength. Where you put your strengths. Do you use all of your strengths at home, or do you just do all that shit at work and then come home and say, fuck it? That's really what this is about. In turn, that makes you look at the sacrifices you make to do what you do. So if you are the organizer, a lot of times that means you spend more time doing shit for the household than you do for yourself. So you need to think about where you're putting your strengths, things that you excel in. Are you using them the right way? You need to look at the sacrifice. Is what you're doing versus what you're sacrificing for yourself, is it worth it? And that's a hard fucking question to ask. You go with your overall energy with the Emperor, another major card, on top of wisdom. This is what that's this right here. This is the nugget we're working with this week. The wisdom that you have and the wisdom that you want. I know y'all like, how do you want wisdom? Well, it's just like anything else. If you're trying to be a wise person, and most of us, I'm going to say, have an inkling about what's good and what's not good, but we're not clear on what direction we want to go in. Major card. It's time to start making some damn decisions. You know, this other card over here is justice and choose wisely. Hello. So I'm going to come back to tomorrow. Knowing what your strengths are. Know that you have the strength to do whatever it is that you want or need to do, but are you putting the best part of you in a good place? That's the question for tomorrow. Some of you may be dealing with some household shit. And we're not talking about termination. I don't feel any termination energy here. This is very complex, complicated shit. And it's really dealing with your day-to-day life. So, if you're trying to make some decisions about what's going on in your household, what people are doing, who's taking the car, y'all, it's chaos. And this is about that time of the year. We're just a minute and a heartbeat away from school starting back. Some of you have, I can just feel that energy. Some of you have older kids that are getting ready to pack up and go off to college. Some of you yourselves may be packing up and moving somewhere. It may not be far, but nevertheless, within the next month or so, you may be switching houses, apartments, condominiums, however that's resonating with you. Just recognize what your strengths are tomorrow. That's what I'm hearing. Just recognize what your strengths are and what you bring to the table and what you're sacrificing. If what the benefit that you're getting back from any of this is not worth the sacrifice, it's time to start cutting some shit loose. On Monday, patience and planning, with the Seven of Wands sitting on top of that, it's about your boundaries. It really is. The patience and planning part, it's about knowing what works for you. And again, this is all inward stuff and primarily about relationships. So it's about where are your boundaries, and while you're planning whatever it is, some of you may be planning to get married, or know you're going to get married at some point here to your partner. So you're trying to think ahead and plan and do some things. Others of you may be trying to make some big moves as far as your career is concerned, but the emphasis is on where are your boundaries and how are you planning all of this out. And is there anything, I know a lot of times when you're planning to do something, you don't always think about the boundaries. You know, you just, okay, I'm going to move, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, or we're going to move in together, because some of that energy is right here too. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you don't really think about the boundaries, and you don't start dealing with boundaries until you get in the middle of some shit, and then you realize people are stepping on your toes and bumping your booty and doing some other crazy shit because you didn't set up your boundaries. So the universe is really kicking this back. You need to be patient while you're planning whatever move you're trying to make, whatever next step you're trying to make. And you need to clearly define where your boundaries are. If you're getting hooked up with somebody, and as I say, turning your situationship into a relationship, it's about time to start talking about boundaries. For Tuesday, disruption card with the Queen of Cups. Deal with your emotions. Deal with your emotions. Do not let your emotional, how can I say this? Don't let your emotional bullshit ass baggage fuck up what you got going on. That's what I'm going to say about this. A lot of the energy around us is clearly due to Mercury retrograde, which would be, I think that would be about right. Stationing direct Tuesday, Wednesday. Don't let your emotional bullshit ass baggage keep you from having the things that you want, or keep you from doing the things that you do or want to do. And this is coming back. Choose wisely is popping up right about now. This is the back end of your overall energy. Someone, and this is less work, more home, somebody gonna do some shit that's gonna piss you the fuck off. Let me just throw that out there. This is Tuesday's energy. And whatever it is that they do, it's gonna trigger you on some other shit. And you are gonna be inclined to lose your fucking bull ass mind, period. But the universe is clearly saying, do not let your emotional bullshit ass baggage keep you from having what you want to have. Sometimes people do shit and they don't know why they do shit. Let me throw that out there. Some of you may be with your partner and they may say and do some dumb shit, or I was just smiling at her, I didn't mean that, or I was just looking at him, he looked like my brother, whatever. Don't let that bullshit fuck up your shit. Don't let any emotional disruption fuck up what you're doing. I know that's easier said than done in most cases, but that's the deal for Tuesday. Just don't let your emotional whatever fuck up what you got going on, because if you do, it's just gonna be a shitstorm, period. Big fat ass shitstorm, because people are not going to understand, especially if this is relationship, if it's resonating back to you about a relationship, they're not gonna get all the emotional shit. They're not gonna know why you're so upset, and it's just gonna be a dumb dada moment, and they're gonna be like, well, why are you upset? Why are you crying? And I feel it towards, it's deep shit, but deal with it. Deal with it. Don't let it take you off your game. Whatever somebody else is doing, and you know, maybe with some of you, it may feel like your partner's trying to play with your emotions a little bit. Don't let that throw you off your game. Never let them see you sweat. I'm going to say that and leave that there. For Wednesday, with the positive movement forward, sitting with the star card on top of it, is what I said earlier. Your hopes and wishes, they're here. They are sitting square up in your face. And you are moving forward. It may feel like you are stuck on stupid and you're not going anywhere. I guarantee you, by the end of this week, all this stuck energy is going to start loosening up. Again, Mercury's going to station direct. So a lot of the miscommunication, the misconception, misperceptions, the redos, the reviews, the re-evals, all that shit's going to be done. And you're going to start pulling away from this energy. And this is quick energy. Usually Mercury retrograde, and it's not doing anything different, but the energy around it is different. Usually Mercury retrograde, you know, shit just fucks up 6 weeks before and at least 2 or 3 weeks after it does its thing. But here, for this, and this has been a strange Mercury retrograde to me, a lot of little weird shit just popped up. You know, wasn't the shit about the car not working or the radio not working. It would just be complete meltdowns and shit. Just the whole thing gone. So with that said, Wednesday's energy, you're gonna feel it, and some of you may feel it now, where you're beginning to pull out of this and you're beginning to just feel baby steps of, okay, I can see the door now, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I have to deal with Tuesday and Wednesday together because the energy is really not separated. You're getting what you want, Taurus. You're getting what you want. Whether you know it or not, you are. The thing with hopes and wishes is, like I said before, you know, you take the antibiotic to make you feel better, and it does, but there's always a side effect. So there's going to be things here that you're going to have to deal with, and that's just a part of fucking life. You know, you everything is good on one side, but, you know, everything got some shady shit on the other side, too. So just know that. I don't feel like any of you are going to pull away from whatever it is, but it's going to rock you to understand fully what you're dealing with. It's not just the person, but all the shit that comes along with it. For very few of you, this is professionally related, job related. Yeah, you there, but you didn't realize you were going to have to do all of this to be there. So just know that the ball is in your court right now, Taurus. Relationship, money, job, and you may not see it, but just know the ball is in your court. And however anything goes at this point is going to be up to you. Not the other person, not what somebody else said or did. It's going to be up to you, Taurus. So this is all on you on whether or not you want to do this or you don't want to do this. That choose wisely card, the back end of your overall energy. Damn scales. Weighing this shit out. Not only just the justice of it, but weighing this shit out. Does this make sense for me to really do it? And I'm going to just throw the lemon law in here. You might be kind of looking at your shit and going, this look like a lemon. I don't know. I thought I wanted this. Just be cool and let some of the energy settle down before you get to that part of, do I want to keep this or don't I want to keep that? For Friday, financial and material changes on top of the 10 of coins. It's really about, and we just energy dragging on, there's going to be some financial uptick to what you're doing. So if you got a new job, the hopes, wishes, and dreams shit over here, you're going to see the money. You need to be prepared, though, for the changes, any of the financial aspects come to you. Because you're not, some of this is just going to be shit you're just not going to be aware of. For example, if you bought a house, you might find out that the property taxes are a little more than what the realtor actually told you. That happens. If you're buying a car, you may find out that it's going to cost you a little more to maintain said car than just, you know, buying it, and you're going to find out there's a lot of little extra detailed things that have to go on. It's that kind of energy. So whatever you're dealing with, it's good, but again, we're dealing with the front and the back side of it. You know, the front is great, but just know there's a back side. If you got a Jaguar, just know you're going to have to pay Jaguar money to keep some shit going. Those are the types of financial and material changes we're talking about. For many of you, this may be about merging with your partner. Your partner may now start opening up about their money and what the kind of part they want you to play in their life financially. And I'm talking strictly romantic now. I'm not talking about your roommate and some other bullshit. I'm talking about that person you care about, and, you know, y'all are trying to do the damn thing. Be careful with making any kind of quick or snap judgment when it comes to money. If particularly you were getting ready to start merging things, go slow. Even though the energy is going to be telling you, hurry up, just come to the financial part, go slow. Make sure you understand everything that's going on. If you get ready to have your partner's money direct deposited in your account or vice versa, make sure you understand, you may not be able to get your money as soon as it gets in there. You might have to wait 2 days. It's that kind of energy. So just know the changes are coming. For a lot of you, there's not a downside to it at all. For others of you, there will be the downside, and it'll kind of just present itself, and you'll need to look at whatever little details you need to look at. For next Saturday, the patience, Two of Wands sitting on top of the patience card. Everything that you're trying to manifest is not going to all show up on your front door in boxes wrapped up. Some of it you won't see. You wonder why come I can't manifest. Shit going on, and this is definitely background energy. There's shit going on. Let it happen. Patience. Let it happen. Let it happen. Again, back to Friday's energy. That, you're merging stuff, and you may want to just hit the brakes and go, well, wait a minute, I want to read. Know what you need to know. Find out what you need to find out. But don't force the energy. And be patient, because everything is not out in the open just yet. For Sunday, the Queen of Coins sitting on top of the Temptation card. It's about trusting. It's about trusting you. I'm just going to say it's about trusting you. And the temptation to maybe, well, I don't have to do this. Maybe if I did that, taking the shortcut. That's what I'm getting. You need to trust what the universe is trying to give to you, and not be tempted to bring your ass out there and start trying to do shit yourself. Those of us that have that nurturing energy, we have a tendency to do that. We know, oh, it's coming. I'm just going to push it right along. Yeah, nah. Don't get tempted to start running around in circles trying to accomplish some shit on your own. Because this is definitely not all you, Taurus. The universe has got a lot of shit they're just throwing in there at us. And it's not bad, but if you try to push it or force it, that nurturing energy has a bad side, a negative side, a shadow side, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes you try to nurture and you try to push things into a certain direction so you can feel like you've helped somebody move along. Stay the fuck out of it. Don't be tempted to do no dumb shit. I'm going to just leave that there. Don't get all caught up trying to direct what the universe is already putting in play. Just let it go. Once again, day before that, it's the patience card. Don't be tempted to jump your ass out there and be like, I know it's coming, so I'm just going to go to the dealership now and tell them something. You will bite your nose off to spite your face if you do that. When you get to the following Monday, accelerated motion and Ten of Swords. If the Ten of Swords were reversed, it would tell you the worst of it is over. It is time to move forward. You feel me? The worst is over. Time to move on. I am going to pull 3 vice versa cards. I hope this reading resonates with you guys. There's a lot of energy at play, but this is definitely about our love life. And that in part is being helped along with Venus traveling around in our sign. That's home for us. So she is trying to make sure that whatever we're trying to do romantically is what we need to be doing, and that we understand what the sacrifices are, and that we're patient in going after whatever it is we want. I don't know. Don't ask me why I'm sitting here pulling 3 more cards. I have no idea. I'm just doing what Spirit tells me to do at this point, and I'm trying to shut the hell up. Bottom. It's the World card. Damn it, there's a Judgment card. Off the top, Love. Y'all, cards don't lie, y'all. They just don't lie. Reconciling what you see versus what is. That's this little stuff right here. And making that shit work. That's the only way I can explain it to you. From having the candle lit to having it going out. Or having it not lit and getting it lit. However that's resonating with you. Just know the contrary energy, the contradictory energy that you feel. I know I want this relationship, but I don't know, because, you know, whatever. When you start that I don't know if business, the universe is telling you, keep moving. Those opposites will reconcile themselves. Don't get caught up in the details of that. Just know it will be dealt with. Judgment card. Fulfilling what was lost. So some of you may be taking a situationship that you were about ready to throw in the garbage to the next level. Throw that out there. The Knave of Cups, Love. So yeah, that's your baby boo thing, bringing you the whole thing about how they feel, where they are, how they feel about the relationship, the whole nine. That's what this is packed up in this little card right here. If it were this way, it would be about the lack of any intent in what your partner is saying, but it popped up front. So those of you that are looking for a relationship, let that be the omen that it's coming. Keep doing what you're doing. If you singletons, if you're watching this, keep doing what you're doing. At the end of the day, choose wisely. And that, you got Judgment, bringing you news. Come on now, finding what you lost. I'm sorry, it's upside down. Finding that balance. Choose wisely. And if you just even look at the balance card for Thursday. Is that Thursday? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, for Thursday. And remembering to keep that emotional shit in check. Knowing as sure as there's a back of the card, there's a front of the card too. Playing with that balance. And I think that's the bigger thing, is playing with the balance. Don't get caught or sucked up into some shit. Dealing with folks triggering you because they're doing dumb shit and they don't know what the fuck they doing. Don't let that trigger you and have you going, you know, I'm done. No, no, you're not. Just work through it. Work through it. Work through it. Because they don't know whatever the other person is going to do or did or getting ready to do. They're oblivious to anything, any kind of effect it would have on you. I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. I hope this works this week. I am so tired of struggling. I know you are as well. We're going to keep it moving. I'm going to try and keep you guys updated on the energy and what's going on. Have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.